And welcome to Successive, and welcome back to the channel here and to the review of Barcelona against Manchester United, which took place tonight. So apologies if I am a bit on the sleepy side. It is nearing 3 AM in the morning here. A big well done to all of you who have stayed up to watch this game, either stayed up very, very late or gone up in the early hours of the morning to watch this one. But to be fair, it was an entertaining affair, at least for the first half. It was very, very intense. There was a lot of attacking play, and both teams did start the game with a very, very attacking lineup, with a very, very good squad as well. So Barcelona started under Valverde for their second pre-season match with Silesen in goal. Ortola didn't train too much throughout the week with a stomach problem, so he remained in goal for the full match. Jordi Alba, Umtiti, Mascherano and Nelson Semedo along the back line, with Roberto on the bench for this one, Elena, Sergio Busquets and Rakitic in midfield, and then starting with the elusive Messi, Suárez and Neymar up front for this one. The big talking point before the game was this Neymar's last Barcelona game. It is yet to be known, but what he did do once again was make a big impression. He was outstanding in that first half. That's all he played, 45 minutes. Valverde once again switched things around at half-time, made 10 changes in all. But for that first half, right from the off really, Neymar really was outstanding. He looked confident in his play. He looked very committed actually, and he did look quite a bit happier today than we saw him in the last game, particularly after his goal. His celebration was met with a lot of smiles, a lot of hugs with his teammates. He looked very, very happy, very content. So it'll be interesting to see what comes of it in the media, of course, and we are still awaiting that official announcement, whether he's staying or whether he's going. But tonight, he played very, very well. Him and Messi combining well again right from the off. The first 5 or 6 minutes, they had a few 1-2s. They were playing their combination play. And what I noticed today was both of them played quite narrow at times. We're used to them staying out on the wing, particularly under Luis Enrique. Both of them playing in the wider areas, but today both of them decided to come central. They drop deep at times, and when they do that, they can receive the ball, they can turn together, and they can run at that defence. And it's really, really difficult to pick them up when they're coming inside, when they're creating space for themselves. And that's what I saw today, particularly from Neymar, who came central a few times, picked the ball up deep. He was fouled on a few occasions, and I thought both of them were quite effective on the break today. We seemed to pick the ball up in midfield quite a lot. The break was on. That's where the goal came from. Messi, Suárez and Neymar all involved in the goal. Messi on the break, Suárez is involved again. He was holding off his defender in the area, which allowed Neymar the space to confidently convert past David De Gea, who is outstanding in that first half. If it wasn't for De Gea, we would have scored a lot more goals. You know, he denied Suárez, an acrobatic attempt from him. There was a cross-field shot as well from Suárez, which was saved by De Gea. And I think United really threatened the whole game. They really sort of got into the area, created any chances. Our defence in both halves were very imposing. We got tight to Lukaku. We stopped them creating any chances at all inside the box. And a lot of their efforts and a lot of their shots were from 20, 25 yards out, causing Silesen no problems at all. The very, very chance they did have was from Marcus Rashford from quite a tight angle. Silesen stood up to that well. He blocked it with his body. It was a good save. He was very good throughout the game. Silesen. But like I say, we controlled the ball. We dominated play once again from Ernesto Valverde. It was really good to see us playing a passing style of play, and particularly in that first half, the player to outline for me and a lot of people as well was Carlos Alenia, and he seems to have settled into the first team seamlessly. He really looks like a player who's growing into that role, who's looking very, very confident. Whenever he gets the ball, he tries to be positive, he tries to play the ball forward. He had a really few nice first touches, a few flicks, particularly one on Chris Smalling, which killed the guy, but he was outstanding, I thought, in that first half. He looked confident, and I think he's made such a big step up. You know, it's not long now since he's been with Barcelona B, and suddenly he's made this big step up to the first team. He's got his chance under Valverde, and boy is he taking it, and I would be very, very surprised if he doesn't play a big part in our plans for the coming season, because in the last 2 games, he's played really, really well, and I've absolutely no doubt that he's impressed Ernesto Valverde. But like I say, that first half went by very quickly. There were quite a lot of chances for us. We played a lot of the game in the final third, and it was a really good half for us. Again, some really, really nice passages of play. Like I said, at half time, Valverde once again decided to change things around, 10 changes in the half. The likes of Alcácer came on, Vermaelen and Munir made their first minutes of the US tour. Douglas still remained on the bench. Sergi Samper wasn't introduced until the last few minutes by Valverde, which leads me to believe that he could possibly be involved in a greater role against Real Madrid in our next game. But I thought we were very, very good, particularly Aleñá in that first half. I thought Luis Suárez looked a lot sharper as well. His first touch was very, very good, which is good to see, because last season we saw it bouncing away from him at times. We saw it when he was gathering the ball in and he was having to struggling to sort of control the ball at his first opportunity. Today that was different. He looks a lot leaner, he looks a lot fitter, and that's great to see. But I also, in that second half, something I wanted to point out as well was Sergio Roberto, because he played in a deeper midfield role. Not so advanced as we'd seen him in the past, and of course coming from right back, he's learnt a lot. We were speaking about that before. Can he take on the mantle now of playing in this midfield? Well, based on today's evidence, he played very, very well, picking up the ball. And what I was really impressed with, we've mentioned it before, his athleticism. He can pick up the ball and he can get from defence to attack very, very quickly. He carries the ball really, really well, and quite a few times he was breaking out of that midfield with these bursting runs. He was playing the ball forward, getting out of defence, and it was a really, really effective thing that he could do, because he can change from defence into attack so quickly. And when you can do that, you can set up breaks, you can, get players forward quickly, and he certainly is a very, very important link in that midfield. And that's something that we could be looking at, as the season progresses, and it's certainly an option for Valverde in that midfield, using Sergio Roberto in that way. But like I said, we did create a lot of opportunities. A lot of them were on the break, and I did notice today, in the last game we saw a lot of pressing, we saw a lot of quick, incisive, short passing in midfield. Today we saw a little bit of the opposite of that. At times we were playing the ball very quickly forward, we were playing long passes forward, but it wasn't like long ball, it was accurate passing, but it was just getting that ball forward a little bit quicker. So I think today we've seen that Valverde, as well as playing the incisive passing football, the tiki-taka that we've been used to, he can also switch it up as well at times, because United are a very, very big, very physical team. They'll sort of get close to you, they'll try and come at you, they'll try and play through you. But today we showed that we could mix it up, that we could play it long when we needed to. The likes of Suárez, Messi, Neymar, they were already on the break. Whenever the ball was there, they were looking to try and get it to them. Nelson Semedo played in the first half. Didn't see a lot more from him today. I still think he's settling in. I still think he needs time. Any player that comes to Barcelona needs time to adapt, to settle into his new surroundings. And certainly as well, he's had a very, very busy summer. He's been at the Confederations Cup, so he does deserve a time to get into the team. I thought Vermaelen was actually quite decent when he played in the centre of defence. I thought Alcácer was okay as well. He had a big chance, which he actually squandered in front of goal. He really should have scored. But the problem was, he brought the ball down so well. He did everything right until the finish. He knocked the ball past by. It was a great first touch from Alcácer. But much like last season, that final touch from him, the final finish, was just lacking a little bit. And that was a bit disappointing. It would have been nice if he could have gotten on the score sheet, got himself some confidence. But I think on the whole, once again, you think of this game, United are 5 games into their pre-season tour. They're very, very fresh. They're looking very fit. Today we played just our second game, but we dominated them from start to finish. We dominated the ball. We didn't allow them any chances inside the box, barely. They hardly had a kick in the final third at times. It was that dominant from us, and this is just our second game. We're looking so good under Valverde, we're looking fresh, we're looking hungry. The likes of Messi, the likes of Suárez, even Neymar as well, whether he stays or whether he goes, they all look very hungry and they all look very motivated for the season coming, and that's so important. Our style of play has been there, we've seen the passing, we've seen the triangles, the pressing has returned from Valverde, and it's so nice to see these young players like Carlos Aleñá coming up, being confident and being given a chance by Valverde to prove themselves. Aleñá in that first half certainly took his opportunity, so look out for those guys. Well done, like I say before, again, well done if you've stayed up for this game, because it is pre-season. Towards the end it got a bit dreary. I think the players tired a little bit on both sides. There's always a lot of changes in these friendly matches, so if you did make it to the end of it, a big well done, because that was a difficult one at times to get through. But the first half certainly showed a lot of promise from us, and I'm really impressed so far with what we've been able to see from Valverde. I'm so excited for that Real Madrid game. The El Clasico in Miami, Florida is coming up next in our pre-season. That is going to be electric atmosphere in the US for that one. So I know a few people as well went to this game tonight. I know the traffic was very bad going into this game, so let me know about your experiences if you did go to the game. Let me know, of course, your thoughts, guys, watching it. What did you take from this game? What can you sort of see coming out of Valverde's team? What do you like? What do you not like so much? Arda Turan played a part again today and didn't really impress, it has to be said. So let me know your thoughts down below. As always, thanks as always for the support. I will see you very, very soon, probably tomorrow, of course, with another video. Looking forward to it. Hopefully we'll have some positive Neymar news to come, but as of yet, nothing concrete on that. So I'll look forward to hearing from you guys. It's been another win, another positive step forward under Ernesto Valverde. The final score, Barcelona 1, Manchester United 0. It's 2 wins from 2. I'll see you soon. Vesca, el Barça.